Part of a bit. You actually wrote a bit? You have something planned?
No, it's ad lib.
Hey, we're on the air. What's an ad lib? Like a lip? Like this? Ad lib? Hey, thanks for tuning in today. It's another, well, I was going to say great edition. It's another edition. Oh, stop it. It's another edition of Creep Theater. We got
there's a nail biter.
We got a real creaker for you tonight, a really old one from like the real early 30s, starring a very young Ginger Rogers before she was popular and famous and stuff. What do you think of that? Huh?
She was unpopular.
What do you think of that? What do you think of
Ginger Rogers. She knows Buck Rogers.
Remember him? Her? Remember it?
Yeah. Speaking of Buck.
Yeah, it's a real creepy one. I'll tell you the title here in just a second. But what did you want to do?
Well, I got tired of you being shorter than me, so I thought if I sat down, I'd be shorter than you, and you'd be taller than me. And if you were taller than me, I'd be shorter than you, which would take care of the problem where you're shorter than I am.
What if I sat on the floor?
Well, then I'd be taller than you, and you'd be shorter than me, and that would bring us back to the original problem, which brought about me sitting down in the chair, wanting to be shorter than you, because you're always shorter than me. And sometimes you're taller than me. But if I stand up, then you'll be shorter than me, and I'll be taller than you.
Actually, he peed his pants. He didn't want you to see the
I didn't pee
stain
nothing. I like peas. Eating goober peas. Boy, was he mad.
That was goober pile, not goober peas.
Goobs?
Hey, we got Sim Salmon. Come on in, Sim.
Sam, he's a two-fisted drinker.
Oh, what are
we
these?
like your jugs.
Oh, thanks. These aren't cups. These are cups. See the Creep Theater coffee mug. See?
It's decupped.
See, I drink my coffee out of the Creep Theater mug. See?
We
made these ourselves. We bought these down at the Goodwill, and then you got some lipstick and painted a Creep Theater on.
It smells like marijuana.
So it costs us like a quarter to make these. We're going to charge you $10 a piece. How about that?
It smells like marijuana.
It does not smell like marijuana.
Marijuana, do something later.
Smell that.
Yeah, it's hoochie coo.
Anyhow, tonight's movie is called The 13th Guest. In fact, let me show you a picture of it. Going to hand me the picture of the 13th Guest
Why
here.
the 13th Guest? Why
Well,
the 12th Guest?
if you watch the movie, it'll explain why there's 13 guests. Explain, Lucy.
Ricardo?
See, the 13th Guest with Ginger Rogers. And it's
and
a real.
Buck Rogers.
And there she is right there.
Well, you know.
There she is. Not too bad looking for an old hag, huh? But it's, yeah, the whole thing, yeah, 13th Guest, pretty decent movie.
It's about Bill's cemetery.
And she gets killed right at the beginning of it.
Right at the beginning.
But she appears later on in it. See, the thing is, she was the 13th guest at this party 13 years ago, and then this guy in this hood who's hiding in the walls of this old creaky house. Will you let me finish?
Oh.
This guy who's dressed in a hood, you never see his face, he's all dressed in black, hides behind the walls of this old creaky house, which people come in, he has a telephone hooked up to electricity. So then he fakes a phone ring, and when he fakes the phone ring and people pick it up, he pushes this lever and zaps and electrocutes everybody. So he's out to kill everybody. So that's what this movie's about, huh? You like that? Like that idea?
Yeah, it's a real nail biter. Yippee and yahoo! I can interrupt you if I want.
And I think afterwards we have another episode of One Step Beyond, right?
Be like Matt Lauer. He interrupts. That's the ghost of...
Wow, that's pretty creepy.
Tan Tuninen.
So I guess we should go ahead and start the movie. It's the 13th Guest. You know who else is in this movie?
Who?
Lyle Talbot.
Why?
Remember him?
Yeah, he Lyle's a lot.
What was the name of the character he played on Ozzie and Harriet? The neighbor.
Thorny and somebody.
Well, Thorny was Don DeFore.
Thorny and something Berry. Sam Dimmonberry.
But Lyle Talbot was also in a couple of Ed Wood movies.
And Green Acres.
He was in Glen or Glenda. And he was in Plan 9 from Outer Space, too.
What's a Glenn?
But this is when he was really young. He really plays a really smarmy son of a bitch. You can believe that in.
You said the son of a bitch word.
Well, they say it on Seinfeld. Why can't we say it?
Well, you're not Jewish or Seinfeld. We're Gentiles.
Or talented either, but that's
well, that's
the point.
true.
But anyhow, let's begin the 13th Guest with Ginger Rogers and Creep Theater.
And Roger Ginger.
And we'll be back.
And Ginger Baker.
You can Roger Ginger if you want to.
What about Ginger
to
Baker?
Roger Ginger.
See, I like Ginger Baker.
You sure about the address, miss?
Yes, this is the place. You'll be sure and wait for me now, won't you?
Sure. I'll wait. Come on.
That's funny.
Number, please.
Oh, I'm at 122 Old Mill Road. This house hasn't been occupied for 13 years, and yet there's a telephone in it. Can you tell me who had it installed?
I wouldn't have that information, madam. I could connect you with a night supervisor, but she'd have to wait until the business office opens in the morning. I'm sorry.
All the modern improvements. You might have cleaned the place up a bit. Oh, yes, of course. Dad sat there. I sat next to him. Mr. Barksdale sat next to me. Aunt Lucille. Uncle John. Harold. Mother. Thor. Marjorie. Uncle Dick. Aunt Joan. Uncle Wayne. And Mr. Barksdale? Mr. Barksdale, is that you? Mr. Barksdale?
Police station, Captain Ryan speaking. Yeah? The old Morgan place?
He says he drove a youngster out there about 30 minutes ago.
Hold the driver. I'll be right over.
Okay.
Wake up, you dumb mass of muscle, and get going. Come on.
Well, where we go?
Oh, the... Dinner and a mackerel. All right. Give me Stuyvesant 9600. You can go. Leave your address. We'll want you later.
Yes, sir.
What? Well, keep ringing them.
Hello.
Hello, Phil. This is Ryan. Listen, we've got a swell case down here.
I'm not interested.
Give me Stuyvesant 9600.
When you tone of the gong, it will be exactly 12 o'clock and 6 split seconds.
Ring that number again. Hello, you. Say, what's the idea of putting that dame on the phone? I know what time it is.
What time is it?
No, I don't mean you. Don't hang up. I want you to get over here right away. There's been a murder. I know, but this is a good murder. Listen, 13 years ago, a guy invited all his relatives to dinner.
The sap deserved to die. Well, arrest the mother-in-law and don't bother me anymore. Oh, all right, but make it snappy.
All right. There was 12 people there. The table was set for 13. The 13th guest never got there. That was 13 years ago. And now, tonight, we find a dame murdered, and she's sitting at the table in the 13th chair. Huh? I counted them. She was sitting in the 13th chair.
You dumb flatfoot. Who told you where to start counting? Well, go back and count the girl's chair first and let me know how you come out. And give my love to Aunt Sarah.
Ring that number again and keep ringing it. And then tell the night supervisor I want to know who had a couple of phones installed at 122 Old Mill Road if you have to get the whole Bell family out of bed.
I'm Winston, private investigator. Captain Ryan sent for me.
Yes, sir. Go right in.
And have fun, huh?
Call up headquarters and tell Clarence I'm sending those prints.
Yes, sir. Oh, what's the number?
Central. You dumb idiot, don't you even know that? Get out and look it up. This will do you good.
Yes, sir. Hello, Mr. Winston. We got a swell murder here.
Good. And the number you want is 5,000.
Huh? Oh, yeah. 5,000. Central 5,000.
Well, you certainly took your time.
I was busy.
Yeah, sure. When you hear the gong, the time will be 12 o'clock and 6 split seconds. Yeah. Have a look at this, and then I'll introduce you to the lady. This house has been unoccupied for 13 years, yet the phone's installed and the electricity turned on. I'm tracing that. Those books are on the floor. That's all in here. Now come on and have a look at the banquet.
The kid sure holds still all right.
Same old joke.
If I had a day off, I'd think up a new one. You can have her now, Doc.
Just a minute. I want Winston to have a look.
Oh, will you take care of that, Jerry, please?
Okay.
Too bad. Pretty girl.
You wouldn't notice that. Seen enough?
Yeah.
Okay, Doc.
Say, how did you know about that dinner party 13 years ago?
Oh, every man and his dog knows that story around here. Morgan, Sr., dropped dead just after they all sat down at the table. The old lady, she was young then, must have been a little bit cracked herself. She wouldn't allow a thing to be touched. Just closed up the house and moved out, and that's that. And all these guys have been waiting for the dinner ever since. Gives me the willies every time I think of it.
Well, don't think then. Do you know who the girl is?
Sure. Daughter, Marie Morgan. Had her whole life's history in her handbag, but no address. The driver that brought her out here said he picked her up on the corner of 59th and Park.
The apartment house?
No, on the corner. We've been checking up on the apartment houses around there now.
How was she killed?
Wait till you hear. The doc hasn't said for sure yet, but it looks like she was electrocuted.
Electrocuted?
I thought of that, too. Not a wire on it.
That was it. Electricity. Enough to kill her, but not to burn the body. I wonder where she got it.
Say, that light in the living room...
I'll get it.
Well, what about that light in the living room?
It ain't on. I tried this globe in every socket in the room and it don't work.
Oh, maybe the globe's burned out.
Never thought of that.
Anyway, I don't think I'd go around trying light sockets if I were you.
Why?
Didn't it occur to you that a young lady was electrocuted here tonight and that she might have been trying light sockets?
guest star is coming on our show. In fact, he's over there waiting in the wings. Hang on. We'll get Mickey Rooney's here, everybody.
Hi, Mick. No, it's Joe Ewell.
Look at It's Mickey Rooney. Say, wave at everybody. Wave.
Now she dropped her in there. You're throwing pens around her paper. It's Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney. There you go.
Joe Ewell.
There's Mickey right there.
His real name is Joe Ewell. Ewell Tide.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. Hope you're enjoying the movie. Don't forget to check out our website, creeptheater.spaces.live.com.
What are you doing? Oh, I see.
Mickey is drawing us a picture. He's autographing it.
I usually draw flies.
I know. Why are you sitting down?
Because I can be shorter than you. His cat used to go.
Okay, now we're really stretching. Hey, I think we're going to have a visit from Barf Squally here in just a little bit. So let's get back to the movie right now. We'll show you this other segment. Then we'll be back with the Barf Squally show in just a couple minutes. So let's get back to the movie. 13th Guest from the early 30s, 1932 to 31, I believe. With Ginger Rogers.
Why not Ginger Baker?
On Creep Theater. Show Mickey Rooney again.
Ginger Baker. That's Mickey Rooney.
That's Macaroni.
Ruken Fogenfack.
Anyway, I don't think I'd go around trying light sockets if I were you.
Why?
Didn't it occur to you that a young lady was electrocuted here tonight and that she might have been trying light sockets?
Hello, operator. See if you can trace that call and ring me back. Make it snappy. Yes, darling, there's been a murder. You can read all about it in the morning papers. She listened in on all the other calls. Why the devil didn't she listen in on that one?
What was it?
I don't know. I just heard the receiver going up after I answered. Hello, Captain Ryan speaking. Sound Hotel? Thank you, sister. Oh, Gloucester. Beat it over to the Sound Hotel and see if you can trace that call. Get a list of all the guests and all the telephone calls after midnight. And don't muff it.
No, sir.
And don't go to sleep.
Yes, sir. Oh, well, how am I going to get there?
You can drive a car, can't you, sweetheart? Take mine and beat it.
Yes.
Oh, if that guy's uncle don't die soon, I'll be a nervous wreck.
Who's the uncle?
Just the big boss in the city, that's all.
Oh, so that's why he's on the force.
You don't suppose because he got any brains?
Hey, Cap, come here. Come here, will you?
Oh.
Come here, Cap.
What's the matter now?
The car, look at it. It ain't there.
Well, I'll be a son of a... What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I just think it's funny. I'm glad you invited me down.
Yeah.
Come in, boys. Yeah. Okay. Sit down. I'll see you in a few minutes. Did they identify the body? Yes, sir. Which one of you is the brother?
I am.
Friend of yours?
Yes. And of my sister.
All right, boys, I won't keep you long. Either of you know a man named Barksdale?
Yes, we both do. He was my father's lawyer.
Is he still handling the estate?
Yes. Why?
We'll ask the questions if you don't mind, son. Wasn't your father's will a little unusual?
It was quite unusual. He provided for my mother, for Marie and me, and left the bulk of the estate to the 13th guest.
Who was that?
We don't know. The 13th guest never arrived.
Screwy. Anything else about this guest?
No. Except that we always supposed that he'd come forward or be named when we became of age.
Well, when'll that be?
Well, why, do you suppose that might have had something to do with it? Marie was 21 yesterday.
What?
Yes. Barksdale called her the other day and told her to...
No, I'm not interested in that.
Well, I am.
All right, be interested.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
Out. I'll see you later.
Say, but... Oh...
I suppose you were at that dinner party your father gave?
Yes.
Where'd your sister sit that night?
Why, beside my father. She always sat there.
Which side?
On his right.
Will you draw me a diagram of that table, name the people in the seating arrangement, and if any of them have died since, make a note of it? Have you kept in touch with the family?
When we couldn't avoid it.
Well, put down their addresses and leave it with the captain here. Thanks.
Do you remember how we sat that night?
Yes, I think so.
Were you there?
Well, I was visiting there. We were just kids then, but it isn't easy to forget a thing like that dinner party.
I suppose not. I've got a hunch I'll be thinking about it for some time myself. Let us hear about that phone call from Barksdale, and I'll let you go.
Well, there isn't much to it, except that Barksdale called her a few days ago and gave us some instructions. Something she was supposed to do on her 21st birthday.
And you don't remember what they were?
I know. She wouldn't tell me.
And we're supposed to find the answer. Does anybody know anything? What's the matter with the old man besides being nuts? Are you sure the dinner wasn't held in an insane asylum?
What?
Try and calm down. Take these boys to the next office and give them some paper and pencils. And send Carter in. You boys better stick around. I want you. It's too time. Take care of yourself.
And what do you mean?
Nothing much.
You mean they might go after me?
They might.
Well, I don't think I'd care if they did.
Well, we would. It costs the department a lot of dough to investigate a murder.
Well, in that case, I'll be careful. Well, thanks. You've been very considerate today.
That's all right, son. Well, what do you think? I can't think. I'm numb. Why the devil does a man have to go through all that hocus-pocus just to leave a will? It burns me up. Well, stop burning. Carter will make you happy. Yeah? Hey, Carter. Let's see what you got.
Yes, sir. Here are the deposit slips for the telephones and lights, ordered by one John Barksdale.
Barksdale? So that's where you got it, huh? Yeah, feel better now? I'll say. Wait till I lay my hands on this guy.
Also a man answering to Barksdale's description, registered at the Sound Hotel last night about 9:30, under the name of Perry, and at 1:22 put in a call to Douglas and 968, then checked out of his hotel immediately after. He hasn't been home since, and he hasn't shown up at his office yet, and these folks are beginning to worry.
Well, now, isn't that too bad? Tell them they can see him on Visitor's Day. Let's go.
Pardon me, sir. I managed to dig this up out of the Daily Herald files. That's Barksdale.
Swell. Let's send it out at once. Okay. Put a couple of the boys on those two kids in there. They may be all right, and again, they may not.
Yes, sir. Anything else for me, sir?
No, but stick around.
Okay.
Calling all cars. Calling all cars. Stand by for description of one Barksdale. Wanted for questioning on the Morgan murder case. Last seen on Long Island driving a Packard Touring. License unknown. Description. 50 years, 6 feet, gray hair, eyes brown. That is all.
Hello? Hello? I should ring the wrong.
Hello?
Well, I don't care. You can call me all the names you wanted.
I've run out of names to call you.
I don't care. Mr. Wilson, if you'd have heard it, you'd
What did it sound like, Grump?
Well, it sounded like Tarzan. Tarzan. And the devil and a couple of heinies thrown in.
Well, could you give me an idea of what it sounded like?
Well, yeah, it started kind of up, like, that ain't just it, you know. It's kind of like it.
Well, perhaps if you tried it again, Grump.
Yeah, well, it's just...
Damn idiot. Don't you know when you're being ribbed? Shut up.
Well, I was only trying to...
Shut up. Get out.
What was that? Oh. I'd like to know who put all them books there.
So would I. Did you go to sleep today?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Get out of my sight before I kill you.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil, come here.
You come here.
Where are you?
In the dining room.
Oh. Is he dead? It's Barksdale. Can you beat that? Search the house upstairs and down.
Yes, sir.
Not that it'll do much good. Phil, what's the answer? It's got me worried plenty.
Me too. But I'm beginning to be glad that I wasn't invited to that dinner party years ago.
Yeah.
Here's the diagram young Morgan drew today. Take a look at the seating arrangement. First, we find the girl's body in the chair that she sat in that night. And now this. Are you beginning to get the idea?
Gee, yes. Ye gods, Phil. Are they going to line this table with stiffs?
That's the way it looks, unless we do something.
But that's crazy.
It very nearly confirms one thing, though. The person doing it was at the table that night.
I'll get it, boss. Cap!
What's the matter now?
No. Yeah. Oh. don't you get out of the morgue?
I haven't been in any morgue. Take your hands off me.
Be nice.
I won't. Let me alone.
Do you want me to spank you? Hold still. That's a good little girl. What's your name? Marie Morgan?
Yes?
What did you say?
I asked this child here if she were Marie Morgan.
I'm no child.
Will you shut up?
And she said yes.
And she said yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's something I ate, and this is the nightmare. Where'd you pick her up?
I found her riding around in your car.
In mine?
I was on my way to the police station.
Yes, and baby, you're still on your way to the police station. Sit down and lock her up. I've got some things I want to ask her about.
You can't arrest me.
Oh, can't I? That's what they all say. Maybe it's all a mistake. And maybe you can explain everything. And I'll bet you won't say a word until you see your lawyer.
Well, I won't.
All right, baby. Come and see your lawyer. Help yourself to a good look.
Oh. Murdered?
That's right. Do you know anything about it?
No. No, of course not. What can this mean?
That's what we're going to find out. Take her and lock her in the library till we get through here. Was she headed for police station?
She was going in that direction.
Call up city headquarters and report this. Call the coroner. Then stick around outside.
Yes, sir.
Now, why did you ask that girl if she was Marie Morgan?
I think she is.
What about the other dame? There are no twins.
No, but the other girl had several small scars around her face. Didn't you notice them?
Yes, but I didn't think anything about it.
Well, I did. I thought she'd had her face lifted.
Well, what a blasted idiot I've been. That's why you were so surprised when her brother told you she was 21.
Certainly. No kid that age is going to have her face lifted.
And you beat it back to the morgue to have another look.
Right. And took a good plastic surgeon with me. She hadn't had her face lifted. She'd had it completely made over.
Well, I'll be... Now, that commences to make sense. Barksdale made an appointment with the real Marie Morgan to meet him here. They planned to kill her and substitute the other girl, huh?
Who planned to kill her?
Huh? Barksdale made the appointment?
Yes. But if Barksdale was in on it, which he may have been, who killed the gentleman on your right?
Little Bo Peep.
Beautiful Studio Z, it's the Barf Squally Show. Woo-hoo! I'm Bessie Maymucho, inviting you to join Barf and his guests. Professor of Deer Research, Kara Wu. Cardiology expert, Angie Oplasty. College President, JCC. Outdoor Chef, Barbie Hugh. Parachute Instructor, Hugo First. And professional placeholder in restroom lines, Izzy Dunyet. And now, here's Barf!
No applause.
That's right, no plus. Thanks for joining me on the old Barf Squally show. I'm old Barf Squally. As you can tell, I got my microphone that doesn't work. See that? I just have it here for show. It doesn't mean crap. Just like everything else on the Barf Squally show. Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction here. And, oh, I got the stupid bell that doesn't work. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we got all these great guests coming on later on, but first of all, we got to give away the old Barf Squally prize bag. So let's call somebody up on the line here, and ask a trivia question, and we'll give away all the prizes in the prize bag. So who do we have on the phone? Yeah, it would be you.
Lana.
What?
Lana.
Lana, okay. Are you ready?
Banana.
Are you ready to win everything in the old prize bag there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's your question. You ready?
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Shoot.
Did your mom have any kids that lived?
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
That's right, you win. All right, let's see what you got in the old prize bag here. Old Barf Squally prize bag. Hey, look at this, you got a lemon. All right, just like the show. Yeah, here's an empty cup there. And, here's a... Is this a nipple clip? What is he? A spoon and a frying pan. There you go. That's all we got in the old Barf Squally prize bag. Bill doesn't say either. Let's throw it down here. So listen, before we bring out our first guest, we got a commercial to do. We got a great new product here. We've got the Barf Squally's Greatest Hits DVD. Let's take a look at it. You'll see these side-splitting bits from past shows. You'll see where Barf throws up. Barf gets a hickey. Barf burps. Barf gets rabies. Barf dies and goes to hell. Barf picks his nose. Barf picks someone else's nose. Barf sneezes and his head collapses. Barf buys a new dog. Dog dies. Barf gets married. Barf gets divorced. Barf pays alimony. Barf stops paying alimony. Barf gets arrested. Barf spends the rest of life in jail. And more hilarious episodes from past shows. This DVD is free. Just send us $87.99 for postage and handling and an extra rerouting fee of $50. Get yours today. What a deal, huh? Make sure you get your DVD today. What a deal, what a gas. What a bargain. Hey, if you've driven by the old studios of the Barf Squally show, you may have noticed in the window this great cardboard cutout of me. If you haven't driven by, I brought it over here so you can take a look at it. Bring in the cardboard cutout and show everybody. It's life size, too. Look at that. Look at that. Life size cutout. Look at that. See there? Wow! If you want one in your shop, let us know. Okay, you can go now. Thank you very much.
Toilet paper.
No, Mickey Rooney, you're on next week's show. There you go. Okay, well, we're going to bring out our first guest, but we're running out of time, so we'll see you next week on the Barf Squally show. Goodbye, everybody. Everybody can applaud back there. Applause.
Operator.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. The police might not like it.
I was only trying to call my brother.
We'll call him later. You're going to take a ride with me.
Where to?
To my apartment.
She'd be safer in jail.
Don't worry, she won't get away.
I didn't mean that. I said she'd be safer in jail.
And you may go to the devil.
Mr. Adams, Mr. Winston.
Why, my dear child. Why, I'm almost afraid to touch you. What is the meaning of all this? Why, I'll have to send back that cutaway I ordered for your funeral.
You wear those to weddings, not funerals. This is Uncle Adams, the worst old reprobate who ever lived.
My dear, you're covering quite a lot of territory. How do you do, Mr. Winston? I'm delighted.
How do you do?
If you give him a drink, I think he may keep still.
What'll it be, scotch and soda?
Splendid, thanks. Easy on the soda.
There you are.
If you want my opinion, it's Uncle Adams who's been committing all the murders.
All the murders?
Mr. Boxdale was murdered today in the old house.
Boxdale? My word. Not that I ever liked the old devil, you understand, but murdered. Oh, what's the meaning of it, Mr. Winston? You're investigating the case, I suppose?
Unofficially. I'm a friend of Captain Ryan.
Yes, of course. I've heard of you. Well, have you any clues, don't you call them? Any ideas?
No, but he has a laugh for you.
Really? Well, let's have it.
You're next.
What?
According to theory, you're next on the list. Unless, of course, you've been doing the murders yourself.
Really, Marie, you've always had the most peculiar sense of humor.
Must be some more of the family. I'm doing the resurrection act.
And enjoying it thoroughly, if I know you. You certainly startled me.
Did I?
Mr. and Mrs. Thornton, Mr. Winston and Miss Thornton. How do you do?
How do you do?
If you'll explain your reasons.
Well, for heaven's sake. I thought you were dead.
Disappointed?
Well, why be a hypocrite? You know I've always hated your...
Marjorie, if you say that word again, I'll disown you.
What a loss. Is this for private use only? I suppose you're a Winston.
At your service.
I may take you up on that.
Mm-hmm. If this is another one of your jokes, Marie, I must say it's in bad taste. I've been simply prostrated all day.
I'll bet you have. Bridge always tires Mother.
Marjorie. May I answer it?
Certainly.
Let me.
Certainly. Bud!
Oh, Marie, it is you. Oh, my dear.
They tried to kill me. Are you glad I'm alive?
Am I glad?
I think you are.
But what does it mean, sis? They made us go down and look at that other girl. We thought it was you.
Did you cry?
Well, to tell you the truth, honey, we both went home and got potted.
That's just as good.
Come on in.
Mr. Winston has the whole family here. He says one of them is the murderer. I'm giving odds on Uncle Adams.
Uncle Adams? He's too lazy to commit a murder. But tell me, darling, what happened to you?
I'll tell you later. Well, here we are. Just one big, happy family.
Oh, hello, Thor. Who was that blonde I saw you with the other night?
There was no blonde, and you know it.
Oh, well.
Dear Marjorie, your soul must look like the inside of a vinegar bottle.
By Jove, it's a good idea. I wish I'd thought of it myself.
What's that?
Killing off the family. It must be some poor soul that had the misfortune to dine with us when we were all together.
I think you're right. Someone who dined with you 13 years ago.
Really? Oh, you mean the night that John read that stupid will?
And then died.
Well, mercy, don't ogre me. I didn't kill him.
No one killed him as far as we know. Does anyone here know the present whereabouts of Wayne Seymour?
The last time I saw him, I got an impression that he was going to spend the rest of his days at number 9, Yokohama. I see you know your Yokohama, Mr. Winston.
I've traveled a bit. With the exception of Wayne Seymour, you people were the only guests at that dinner who are still alive.
Well, and we're dead from the neck up.
Speak for yourself, John.
I'll speak if you don't mind.
Go ahead, but a few snappy jokes injected here and there would make a world of difference. You see, we're accustomed to public speaking.
But I'm afraid this isn't a joking matter. It looks someone is determined to kill every person who attended that dinner 13 years ago. They've already killed 2 people.
2?
2? Yes. A girl mistaken for Miss Morgan and John Barksdale.
Mr.
What? Barksdale murdered?
Very much so. And in both cases, the bodies were found in the chairs occupied by that person at the dinner. And as Captain Ryan so elegantly describes it, the murderer intends to line the table with stiffs.
Oh, how vulgar.
Well, thank goodness I was under the table most of the time.
Yes, pinching me.
Oh, I was a cute youngster. Always full of fun.
Someday I'll look at your baby pictures, but just now we're discussing murder.
Which automatically makes one think of Marjorie.
Speak for yourself, John.
Shall we go on with this or just turn it into a family reunion?
Well, why not have a blindfold test? Wouldn't matter which one you picked. We'd all cut each other's throats for a dime.
Why a dime? I'd cut yours for fun.
Give me police headquarters. Detective Bureau, Captain Brown's office.
Well, it isn't every day you get a chance to see a mastermind at work.
Hello. Who's this speaking? Oh, well, this is Winston. Send a wagon to my apartment and issue 4 John Doe and 3 Jane Doe warrants. Material witnesses in the Morgan case. Right. I've got them here.
Really, you're quite amusing, Mr. Winston.
Thank you. You'll like the matron in the city jail, too. She's one of the Philadelphia Smiths. Perhaps by this time you're beginning to see that I mean business. Now then, do you want to stop trying to be clever, or do you want to spend the night in jail?
Winnie, do the men have separate wards from the women?
I think you settled it then, young lady. Night in jail may make you people see that murder isn't amusing.
This is an outrage.
So is murder.
Why, you can't do this.
Wait and see.
I'll break you for this. The governor is a friend of mine.
And of mine. And I happen to know that he's a little funny when it comes to murder. He doesn't like it.
Don't be a lot of fools. He doesn't intend to send us.
The police, Mr. Winston.
Yes, so I see. Good evening, Sergeant.
Good evening, sir.
Have you the warrants?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. All right. Take these people down and lock them up.
Yes, sir. All right, step lively. I demand to see my lawyer.
Miss Morgan saw her lawyer today, and I don't think she enjoyed it.
Well, you'll be sorry for this.
Good night, Winnie, dear.
Mr. Winston.
Good night, my dear, and sweet dreams.
Come on down, dearie. We've got another corpse.
What? But the family's all locked up.
Yeah, sure. You're a smart guy. I don't know. I haven't over yet. You coming down? Okay.
Get me the police station. Hello. Give me the desk sergeant, the city jail. Yeah. Hello. This is Winston, private investigator on the Morgan case. I sent down 7 of the upper crust for you. Will you send somebody in and see if they're all there?
Yes, sir. Hey, Mike, take a look at the 400 and see if they're all there.
Okay, Sergeant.
her, Marjorie.
Hey, what's the matter? What? What? She says that you remind her of her mother.
Pipe down. You can't do this.
I demand here another moment.
Say, what are you trying to do, rip me?
Dear me, no.
Say, if you guys don't dumb me up, there's going to be a murder.
Well, that's what we're here for. 2 murders. He did them.
What?
Hey, pipe down here.
Yeah, officer, I demand it.
Oh, go read your ticker. I want to know what Steele's doing.
There, Sergeant.
Okay.
Winston?
Okay, thanks. Oh, wait a minute. Turn them all loose, but put a man on each one of them. Yeah, I'll be responsible.
Wire runs over here, then goes no place at all. I've scoured the whole house. Now, the only answer is there must be a closet or a room somewhere that we don't know anything about.
I don't want to know anything about it.
All right, Bill. Make it snappy. Cut it right there. What do you make of that, huh?
I wonder.
Steel. Great guns.
Nothing rubber about that. Come on, let's get out of here. I've seen sights, but that one. Oh.
Rather a neat way of doing it, though, huh?
I don't think it's neat. Fiendish as the devil. Do you realize that the murderer left that switch on, not caring who got killed?
And while he's asleep in the county jail, he commits another murder.
But he wasn't here to turn off the switch and bring the body in here. I think that cinches it. But which one?
Well, you saw them. Which is the most likely?
Well, the odds are about even. There's a cousin Marjorie who'd commit murder just for the fun of it. And her mother'd kill anything that stood in her way. But I think it stands between the 2 uncles. Adams is as smooth an old devil as I've ever seen. But Thornton's deep. You know, the big businessman who'd stop at nothing.
What about the brother and his boyfriend?
I think they're all right. Jensen's in love with the girl, and her brother seems genuinely fond of her.
Well, what's the girl's story?
Well, she says someone shot at her in the dark. She ran upstairs and hid. And by the way, she heard that same cry that Grump heard. And according to her, it wasn't particularly pleasant.
Just the same, I'd like to hear it. And what else did she do besides steal my car?
Well, she said she came back down, out to beat it out the front door when she heard a car and motorcycle drive up. Said by that time she didn't know where to turn. And when she came in here and saw her double sitting cold and stiff at the table, she did go nuts. Got scared of the police as well as the rest. Hid in the cellar and then stole the car. She hid out all the next day. Thought better of it and was on her way to the station when they picked her up. It's logical.
Did Barksdale ask her out here?
Yes. And what they were all after, I think, was a slip of paper that she'd got that day at the bank. Which doesn't make much sense, of course, unless it's a safe combination.
What was it?
13, 13, 13.
13. I'd like to get old man Morgan alone for about 10 minutes. I'd teach the old buzzard how to write a will. Well, we get the family down here and try and sweat it out of them, or should we put a close watch on them and see who comes down here?
Well, I'm in favor of the last. Now, our friend may get curious and come down to see if he's had another killing.
Then we keep this last one quiet, huh?
That's right. I've got a hunch it's the missing uncle. I'm going to call Miss Morgan.
Call the coroner, too, will you? I'm kind of ashamed to because I've bothered him so much lately.
Here you are, Norm.
Thank you. Well, if this is the kind of service I'm going to get killed every day. I'll get it. Hello? Miss Morgan's apartment.
How'd you like our city jail? Listen, child. I want you to destroy that slip of paper at once. And don't tell anyone what was written on it. Not even your brother. But no one's accusing your brother. Say, listen, don't you get too smart. You know, there's a distinct prejudice in the police department against little girls who go around stealing police cars.
Oh, you're not. Hope you're enjoying the movie tonight, The 13th Guest, with Ginger Rogers and Lyle Talbot playing this really smarmy good guy. You know, he's always dressed up in the suit. Hey, I think it's time for another edition of Ron's Story Time. What do you think? Huh? I think it's time for another. We haven't had that on for a while. You got a good story for the boys and girls?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What's your story?
Jack and Jill.
Wait a minute. We got to get your audience in. You sit right there on the floor. You're right down there. Sit down! Okay, there you go.
No, she got up.
Yeah, captive audience we have here. Okay, go ahead. What's the story?
Well, when I was a little boy, I went running through the woods. And as I went running through the woods, I was running so fast that the trees looked like they were chasing me, but they really weren't because the trees were stationary. As, you know, trees are wood.
You mean your old letters on them? They're stationary?
They get shaved down into paper, then they become stationary. But stationary is also not moving, and stationary is also writing paper. And then this gorilla came up to me, and he went like this. This is really King... if we said King Kong, we might get sued. This is the gerbil. I remember when I was a little boy, I saw a lot of gerbils. They were running down the street, they were running up the street, they were going across the street, they were in the attic, they were in the basement, they were in the living room, they were in the bathroom. And they fell into the toilet and somebody flushed it and went down through the system and got really big and turned into like this.
Okay, and the moral of the story is?
The moral of the story is don't flush King...
You know how many edits you're going to have to do on that one? You realize that, don't you?
Why edits? Who's edit? Edinburgh? I agree. Mickey Rooney's over in the corner laughing. Why is Mickey Rooney over in the corner laughing? Because Mickey Rooney is sitting in the corner. If he was in on the table, he'd be laughing out of the table, but he's sitting in the corner, so Mickey Rooney's over sitting in the corner laughing.
Hey, don't forget, everybody, get your Creep Theater CD set. All your favorite tunes sung by the Creep Theater Chorale. You'll get Rolling Stones' greatest hits sung by the Creep Theater Chorale. Songs like I Can't Get No Slabisfaction, Get Off of My Shroud, Waiting on a Fiend, Jumpin' Jack Spaz, Some Ghouls, Undercover of the Fright, Painted Black and Blue, and Mummy's Little Helper. Make sure you get yours today. That's a Creep Theater CD set. The Creep Theater Chorale sings all the greatest hits by the Rolling Stones. Get yours today. Or not.
So the gerbil is a glandular condition.
Back to the movie, 13th Guest on Creep Theater. We'll be back.
This is Magilla Gorilla.
You get too smart. You know, there's a distinct prejudice in the police department against little girls who go around stealing police cars. Oh, you're not? Well, 21's a mere drop in the bucket. But, say, will you shut up and let me talk? Now listen, don't tell anyone those numbers. And if anyone tries to get them out of you, let me know immediately. Will you do that? Like a sweet little girl?
That was the great sleuth, Winston.
Yeah? What did he want?
He told me not to tell anybody the numbers on that slip of paper.
What numbers?
13, 13, 13. Oh, God.
Trust a woman.
Oh, well, for goodness sake, don't tell him.
All right, we won't.
You looking at those things.
Huh?
Why don't you have luncheon with me? It'll be more comfortable than standing out here.
How'd you know I was following you?
Have you ever been to the zoo?
Sure.
Did you see the elephants?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I know.
Huh?
I'm afraid you're not very bright. But you may come in handy. I'm about to go calling. Would you like to come along?
I gotta go wherever you go.
Is that a theme song, or just your quaint way of saying things?
Oh, well,
You'd better ride with me. You know, I'm getting a pain in the neck from looking back at you. Come on. Of course, just looking at you may give me a pain in the neck. Get in.
Okay. Stay there until you're relieved. That was Bentley, detailed to watch Adams. He says Adams hasn't left the house all day. But some dame just came up in a limousine with Grump.
Grump? He's tailing the Thornton girl. Tailing her? He's riding in the limousine with her. What?
I'd give $100 to see that.
Come in. There's a Dr. Sherwood outside. Says he has some information on the Morgan case.
Dr. Sherwood?
Yes, sir. Send him in. I hope he's our man. Hi, Doctor. Captain Brown. How do you do? Won't you sit down? Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope you're a plastic surgeon.
I see you're ahead of me. I am, as a matter of fact. And I operated on the young lady who was killed. I only saw your notice in the paper this morning.
Yeah, well, we didn't know until last night that the wrong girl had been killed. Well, when did you operate on her?
Several months ago. 3, as a matter of fact. She and her brother came to...
What?
Well, she said he was her brother.
What name did they give?
Morgan.
Morgan. May I take Dr. Sherwood over to Miss Morgan's apartment?
Okay.
You could identify the brother, couldn't you?
Oh, certainly. He came to me twice.
Fine. Let's go.
Well, goodbye, Captain Brown.
Goodbye, Doctor, and thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hello.
Come in, Doctor. That your man?
No.
Say, why aren't you down at the old house?
Well, I'm rather tired of being there so much. Have you a picture of your friend Jensen around?
Yes, I think so. But look here, Mr. Winston. Marie's gone down to the old house to meet you.
What?
Didn't you call her?
Well, no.
You didn't call her?
No, I tell you. What's it all about?
I just got in. She left this.
Where's it? Oh, get a picture of Jensen. Show it to the doctor, will you, please? Hello, operator. Get me Douglas from 968. Hurry it.
That's the one.
Hurry with that call.
Hello. Hello? Oh, yes.
Now listen, child. Don't get in a panic, but get out of the house as quick as you can. Is there an officer guarding it?
Yes. He let me in when I told him you... Mr. Winston, didn't you call me?
Now, don't get in a panic. Just get the officer to drive you to the Douglaston police station and wait for me there. Now beat it.
All right.
Where's Miss Morgan? Oh, Miss Morgan. Hasn't she been here?
No one's been here.
You come with me. I may need you. No, wait. Stay here. Tell Ryan to beat it over to the Morgan house as soon as he gets here.
Yes, sir.
Isn't she there?
No. He'll come around all right. Come on. Go quiet.
Look out!
Come on, here, cut it out. Cut it out. Come on.
Kill her! Get her off!
Come on. Cut it out.
What did you do with my sister?
Here, cut it out. Come on, get up. Go let him in. Now then, what have you done with Miss Morgan? Come on now, make it snappy.
Miss Morgan? I don't know.
Where is she?
What's this?
Just a swell species of skunk. Now, come on, tell me, what have you done with her?
I tell you,
Did you call her to meet me here?
No, I swear I didn't.
We know all about Sherwood and the other girls, so you may as well tell us the rest. Who was in on this with you?
Barksdale. So you killed her and then Barksdale so you wouldn't have to split, huh?
No, I don't know who killed him. I swear it.
Pick up that phone.
No.
Why not?
Because that's the way Leela got it.
You were there that night. Did you kill her?
No, I saw her
After shooting at Miss Morgan?
No, I didn't.
Now you're a liar. Go on, take him down and lock him up.
Come on.
But Phil, I tell you, all the trouble to impersonate someone and then kill the impersonator. Jensen tried to kill Miss Morgan, but somebody else killed the girl thinking it was Miss Morgan. Jensen knew the difference. There have been two different factions working in this against each other.
But where's...
Exactly. Get an axe. Break that wall in.
All right.
And son, you'd better go on back, because I don't think your sister's going to be alive when we find her.
I don't know. Tell me. No. You know what they are. Tell me. Tell me. I know, but if you kill me, you'll never know.
You little fool! Don't you know that I'll kill you anyway?
Tell me. Tom, all right. 13.
You better not be lying.
Got a patent on that little electrical device of yours, Adams?
No, I'm sorry to say. I haven't.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. The state's got something that works along the same lines. And we're going to give you an exclusive demonstration. Take him out.
Come on, move.
Will they let you into that safety deposit box?
Sure.
What did you find?
Only $1 million securities for her.
$1 million?
How disgusting. I hope it isn't U.S. Steel.
Don't worry, it isn't. I left the securities there, of course, but this letter was on top, and I thought you'd want it.
Thank you. To Marie, the 13th guest. Can you imagine that? I was it all the time. The poor lamb. Read it.
Aloud?
Why, yes.
My dear child, I am making a rather melodramatic attempt to protect your fortune. But if I am right about the other members of the family, it is almost certain to reveal them to you in their true light, so that you will not make the same mistake I made when I married into it. Bless you, my dear, and may they have killed each other off by the time you receive this. Your father. It's sad, but it's also darn good advice.
What?
Not to marry into a screwy family.
Would it trouble you too much, Mr. Astor, to tell me where you've been?
Well, first I went... Well, you told me to tailor.
Hello. Hello, Phil. This is Ryan. Listen, I've got another swell...
I'm not interested.
When you hear the tone of the gong, it will be exactly 12 o'clock and 6 split seconds.
Hello? Ring Stuyvesant 9600 and keep ringing it. And when you've done that, well, ring it some more.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
It wasn't really? Wow, look at it. Oh, I'm sorry, did I blow your cover?
Yeah.
Gee whiz. Anyway, yeah, a real old one. Ginger Rogers there in the old haunted house there. Pretty good ending to it. Of course, it's a little creaky in spots, a little slow moving in a couple places, but overall not a bad movie, okay?
Hi. Hi.
What do we have now? Oh, we got another episode of One Step Beyond to show you from that old TV show, which is a Twilight Zone ripoff. So let's take a look at it. One Step Beyond at Creep Theater, and we'll be back. Didn't pay your child support this month, huh?
What you're about to see is a matter of human record. Explain it? We cannot. Disprove it? We cannot. We simply invite you to explore with us the amazing world of the unknown, to take that one step beyond. This is the scene of the crime. In this house, somewhere in France, a perfectly normal, attractive American girl lived a lifetime in 48 hours. If old houses could only talk, what stories they could tell. Well, this ancient dwelling has a voice that Rita Wallace will soon hear quite distinctly.
Not very modern. It's quite old, but very comfortable. And that, mademoiselle, is the dining room. The living room, the library, anything that you want. What's this? Oh, that's a storeroom now. Many years ago, that used to be the cool room. We used to keep the butter, eggs, milk, all sorts of things like that in there.
I could use it for a dark room. It's right near the sink.
The plumbing is quite old. It still goes. And that is Madame Rocamier.
Lovely.
Oh, mademoiselle.
Oh. I must have caught a flu bug or something.
I'm awfully sorry to say, but I think you have fever.
I'll be all right.
I've got a very good physician. I better call him for you.
Oh, I'll be fine. Oh. Oh.
This is not very impressive, but it's the only house that I have.
Oh,
of course, I've got a chateau. It's quite grand, but expensive.
No, this is fine. I'll take it. It'll do rotten to look any farther anyhow.
Oh, I think you better see the doctor. My doctor is not very expensive.
No, really, I'll be all right. I'll get some headache pills when I go out. Who's this?
Oh, that is Tante Clara. Mademoiselle, did I understand you to say that you are with an American magazine?
Yes. I'm a staff photographer.
Oh, then you are here on your vacation, no?
No. It's an assignment I've wanted to do for a long time, to be called the Face of France. The collective face, you see, caught in various individuals who altogether will express the nature and the spirit of the country. If I'm lucky.
Oh, it must be very, very interesting.
You know what?
What?
You could help make it interesting.
How?
Well, the pictures can be only as good as the models. If you know anyone whose face is interesting, expressing character, good or bad, I'd be very grateful if you could send him over. I'll pay, naturally.
I think I'm going to look for somebody like that.
Oh, good. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, it is a very good bed, and I think you're going to sleep very good. If you need anything, call me. I'll be downstairs.
Thank you, madame. What do you want? I asked what you wanted.
I was sent for, mademoiselle.
By whom? Oh, of course, Madame Morel. Forgive me for being so rude. I'm not feeling any too well today. I must thank Madame Morel. She's a very good judge. Won't you sit down? You have quite a wonderful face, you know. Have you ever had your picture taken before?
Some time ago.
Oh, this is going to be just swell. Oh, where is my head? I left my camera and all my equipment in the car. Would you be so kind as to help me? S'il vous plaît. I hate to miss any of this light. It's all in the car, a whole lot of stuff. Oh, such eyes. This is going to be marvelous. That's nice. Oh, good. Lovely. Ah, lovely. Now, you just do whatever you feel like doing. Make yourself comfortable. If you feel like moving around, that's fine. You don't have to hold still.
What are you doing?
I'm taking your picture. You're not familiar with this camera?
No. No, I'm not.
They've had good ones for, 25 years, I suppose. Though the film and developers have improved a great deal recently. A good one. They're very good for fast work and changing light. Oh, Mr. Good. Is that good? Wonderful. Now then, look a little to your right. As close to the sun as you can without it hurting your eyes.
It doesn't hurt.
Oh, that's wonderful. Just one more. Oh, that's wonderful. Now, if you have time, I'd like to get some light set up. Oh. I don't know if I'll be able to do it after all. I'm awfully sorry. I feel just awful. Everything goes in and out of focus. Almost like a bad camera. I mean, it isn't the camera, it's me.
Oh, what a shame.
Could you come back tomorrow night?
Yes, I think I can do it again since I have this time.
Oh, good. I'd like to get some very careful shots. I'm really not up to it tonight. Monsieur? Strange, he didn't even say goodbye.
Ah, bonjour.
Oh, hello.
I was quite concerned about you. How do you feel?
Oh, a little better.
Oh, you still look a little chicken. You still should see my doctor.
Haven't the time.
Well, you could come over to your place.
Thank you, Mrs. Morel, but I'm really much better. Good, good. Thank you, merci. Anyway, you've done enough for me already by sending me that delightful old gentleman last night. The one with the, the black hair. He's a sweet face.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I sent no one, although I intend to.
Well, that's odd. I was sure you had. He just sort of appeared. He must have thought I was crazy. Well, who was he then?
Maybe someone that worked for a previous tenant, and he came to see if you needed anyone while he saw you moving in.
Yes, that makes sense. Anyway, he's coming back tonight. He's a wonderful model. Merci, merci. Thank you.
All right, hope you're enjoying it. One Step Beyond, an episode of the old classic television show. Do you want to say anything about One Step Beyond?
One Step Beyond.
No, tell me about something about TV show. Well, they can't hear you.
It was One Step Beyond. Hooray!
No, but tell something about the show, about the guy who's narrating it. Come on,
Stuart Granger.
Take your mask off so they can hear you. I feel like I'm in Romper Room.
It was Stuart Granger, better known as Jimmy Stewart, and Jimmy Stewart's name was Jimmy Stewart. Stuart Granger's name was Jimmy Stewart, and it changed it to Stuart Granger.
Tell the real name of the guy who runs the show.
John Newland.
There you go. What can you tell us about John Newland?
He comes out and says, "Look at this, a man with webbed feet. He was born this way. His mother had webbed feet. His father didn't have webbed feet. He had a webbed sight because he had webs in his eyes, and he could see a computer in the future. And he knew that someday he would be a computer and have a TV show.
This isn't Ron's story time.
Step Beyond with John Newland. It was a Twilight Zone wannabe.
And
not rip-off, a Twilight Zone wannabe.
Rip-off. And who is the sponsor of it?
Alcoa.
Say it again?
Alcoa.
Alcoa. He said it right.
I didn't say Alcoa.
He said it right.
Alcoa.
Come on. He said it right.
Always the little clown.
Well, anyway, let's get back to the conclusion of One Step Beyond. We'll be back in Creep Theater.
One Step Beyond, we'll be back in Creep Theater. Where's my water?
Up your butt.
Anyway, he's coming back tonight. He's a wonderful model.
Merci, merci. Thank you. Would you mind knocking when you come in? Perhaps it isn't the custom in your country, but it makes me terribly nervous.
Forgive me, mademoiselle. I'm sorry.
No, you forgive me. I just don't feel very well, and I'm just not myself today.
Has mademoiselle's ailment improved?
A little, but I'm afraid my disposition hasn't. It was awfully nice of you to come back this evening. Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you.
Well, then shall we get started? Good. Would you sit here? By the way, how did you happen to come here last evening? I thought Madame Morel had sent you, but she said no.
Oh, I just came. I've been here before.
Oh, that's what she thought. Oh, by the way, I pay for the posing.
No pay is necessary.
Oh, but of course I wouldn't expect you to do it for nothing. Do the lights bother your eyes?
No, I don't mind them.
Good. Now then, I'm using a slower shutter than yesterday, so I'll have to ask you to hold still when I make each shot. Now, could you lean back just a little? There, that's good. Good. Would you look a little to your right? Good. And just a little down. That's a good one. Good. Now, straighten up just a bit. Good. Good. Let's turn your whole body. That's good. Oh, that's wonderful. You're not a professional by any chance? A professional model?
No.
All right. Now then, if you're quite comfortable, I'd like for you to think back. Remember something a little sad. Something that happened that made you unhappy, perhaps. Something you did, perhaps, that you regret. Just continue to sit that way. That's good. Fine. Just keep on that way, thinking about it, so we can get what we call a mood picture. One. Monsieur, soften your face. That's a little too much. Monsieur. Monsieur. Just relax now. That's fine. Just relax, monsieur. That's good. You can move now. I expect that's all we'll have to take today.
Where have you been, Cecile?
Cecile? What do you mean?
You know what I mean, you filthy, cheap, rotten shame!
I think you'd better go now.
So you can meet him. Who is he now, Cecile? Who? The same one or new one, Cecile?
You're out
Tell
of
me,
your mind.
Cecile.
Please, you're frightening me. Go away.
I told you
Go
what
away.
would happen,
Hey,
Cecile.
go away.
I warn you, Cecile. I warn you. I warn you, Cecile. Why? Cecile.
Mademoiselle! Mademoiselle! Mademoiselle, ouvrez donc la porte! J'ai quelqu'un ici qui vous attend là dehors. What is it? What's the matter?
Where is he?
Who?
Where is he?
Who do you mean?
He's hiding.
Hiding?
He's hiding. Where is he?
There is nobody here.
Did you
Out.
see him? Huh?
I'm worried about you. That's
He's
why.
here with there. He's trying to kill me.
Wait a minute.
He's trying to kill me.
Now, look at
He's trying to kill me.
I went out and I got the
He's
song
trying
down.
to kill me.
Oh, la 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 la.
Mademoiselle Wallace, the gendarme searched the entire house with you. True? And he found no one. He also searched the entire neighborhood. Is that not so? You have found no one who resembles him?
No one?
It is a very odd story. I cannot imagine who it might have been.
You don't believe me?
It is odd. Very odd. Don't you agree? Mademoiselle, here's some hot coffee for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, how thoughtful you are.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what was the address of that house again?
344 Avenue Bonaparte.
We have covered everyone who have a record of in this district, mademoiselle. Of course, he could be from somewhere else. Eh, Mazak? Could be almost anybody. Detective Mazak knows everyone around here. He has a photographic memory. Now, if you could be a little more explicit.
Oh, how stupid I am. I have dozens of photographs of him.
You still have them?
Of course. I could develop them in a few minutes if somebody could go back with me. I can't go back there alone.
I would be very happy to take mademoiselle home. No, Mazak, you're going off duty. Brunel will... No. It's on my way. Mademoiselle, if you please.
Merci. It's over there.
I know. Do you mind if I smoke my pipe?
Oh, not at all. It was nice of you to come with me. If you're off duty, though, you should have gone home.
That's all right. I wanted to see the pictures. Tell me, how did the man first get in touch with you?
Well, he didn't get in touch with me. He just was there. He didn't knock.
Did it not seem peculiar? Did it not disturb you?
Well, yes, but you see, he had such a wonderful face. ready now. Now, perhaps the inspector won't think I'm just an hysterical woman.
Ah, he does not.
Oh, yes, he does. Can't be. It can't be. How could it be? But he was here. He was right here.
Mademoiselle.
He tried to kill me.
Mademoiselle.
I'm not imagining it. He tried to kill me. You have to believe me. You have to.
Mademoiselle,
You
please.
think I'm crazy?
Please, do not excite yourself. I do believe you.
You believe he was here?
I believe you are telling me the truth. Mademoiselle, I want you to come with me on a short trip.
Where? For what?
I want to show you something. Oh, I promise no harm will come to you.
For what? Where? What's it about?
I must ask you to come with me without telling you what I expect, because I don't expect it. But we must find out. Mademoiselle, please. Please, mademoiselle. Mademoiselle. Jean Gabot died 1926. Executed for killing his young wife. The very same house, the very same room.
What was her name?
Cecile.
So you see, dead men do tell tales. Sometimes, the restless ones even revisit the scene of the crime, causing much havoc among the living thereby. What do you suppose that Rita Wallace will tell her grandchildren one day about Monsieur Jean Gabot? Will she try to explain it at all? Well, that I would like to hear, because I can't explain it. But it happened just the same.
The movie's 66 minutes long. One step behind, it's probably about 20.
The camera's rolling. Nobody wants to hear inside information.
Well, you do it all the time. What are you bitching about?
Somebody got my head dirty. Never mind.
Told you. No, never mind. Hope you enjoyed that mess, everybody. Hey, listen, as you can tell, my T-shirt here makes me kind of wonder, what are you watching this drivel for? You could be watching David Letterman right now, okay? So, you know, won't hurt our feelings if you turn the channel. That's fine. So, hope you enjoyed the program tonight, everybody. We'll see you next week on Creep Theater. Have yourselves a... Oh, yeah, thanks again. thanks for Barf Squally for being here. And thank you to our special guest, Mickey Rooney here. Wave everybody. There you go. Okay, and we'll see you next week, everybody. This is where we wait. Hey! Wait, hold your feet. Yes. Wait. This is where we wait. Tracy. Hey!
Thanks, Cordy. You're a pal. Judgy wedgy. If you hit right here, you'll get a reflex. Hit it right here. Not to hit it right there with the. There. Here, no. Here, try it now. Hit right there. Not that hard. Just go like that. That's reflexes. Try it again. No, didn't work that time. No, didn't work that time. That's a weird feeling. It shoots up the leg. A doctor once did that. And I was real susceptible to doing drugs. No, it didn't work. No, you don't have to do it hard. Here, try it right there. No, not that hard. You don't have to hit that hard. There. I wonder why it doesn't do it here.
Oh, like you hit your elbow right.
I hate that. Oh, why'd you say it's like scratching a blackboard? What's John doing? Picking his nose? Probably flirting with your mother. You're very pretty. You know that? You're going to be a gorgeous woman when you grow up. So she sticks her teeth out. Well, there's a compliment returned. Then you get older like me and you'll get ugly again. I know, it creeps people out. Then she starts rubbing my stomach. I said, you better stop that, it'll creep people out. That was such a touche. You like sticking your tongue out at people, don't you? You're being rude. You have pretty eyes, too. You're a very pretty girl. Do you go to school? Why are you sticking your tongue out? What's that about? My name is Ron, and your name is... What's your name? Jessica? Scribble is your name? Aren't you cold with those short pants on your I can't read that. Just tell me your name. You like scribbling, don't you? She sticks her tongue out at you. Yeah, you're funny. Did you get a red nose? Oh. No, right here. No. Okay, try it again. You don't have to do it that hard. This game is over. No, that's too high. I must have good reflexes. You're gonna get yourself bruised if you crawl into cement. Sticks her tongue out with me. I'm sure he'll quit. When you get older, you're going to say, I'm Sharon. What does this mean? She looks familiar. You work here till you start sticking up to me. Too much energy. Now, the cap is off that pen and it's going to dry up. Now be careful with that. Well, are we back?
Well, have we decided yet? Did you come up with a fit yet?
Yes.
No.
Well, I suppose you do, Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah, I do. We're going to do a bar squally.
Upstairs?
Yeah, it'll be the best place.
What about all those people? Who's up there?
Audience. Her mom and Nancy.
What's her mom?
Ask her.
What's her name? She won't tell me her name.
You want me to tell him your name?
Farther. Farther. Come over here. She's not really little. They just lowered the ceiling.
Don't show her.
What do you mean, don't show her?
Because I have something else in mind!
He can put oops in there. He just say off.
No.
Never mind.
No, because I have an idea. I don't want you to show
You
her.
have an idea? Well, listen, this revolution.
Yeah, at least one of us does.
This one of us does. Don't get around it.